What are we gonna watch?
Tiger Talk!
Welcome to Tiger Talk, episode 32. This is our Beat Lake playoff episode, and we are excited. We've mixed it up a little bit. First of all, let's start with all the way from New York City, the winner of the marathon. That's what she told me. She told me she won, and I don't ask questions. Becca Moore, first place in the New York Marathon. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah, thanks. 60,000 people. Yeah.
And you won. That's incredible.
Yeah, nice and hot. But yeah, welcome back.
Tell us who we have. We've got a lot of people here today.
All right, so I'm going to start with our players. We'll go this way. Sam Snodgrass, you can number and what position?
Sam Snodgrass, number 53, and I play offensive line.
I'm Zach Liebler. I'm number 10, and I play corner.
I'm Hunter Manson, and I'm in charge of the Village Idiots.
Can you be in charge of the Village Idiots?
Yeah.
Cassie does a good job.
Run the whole operation. So.
Yeah.
I'm Brady Manson, just the Village Idiot.
Soon to be in charge.
Yeah, next.
Oh, I see. He's moving up in the world. And then coming in as the voice from beyond is Coach Nate Moore.
How's it going?
Thank you. I mean, I'm sorry that just internet comment after comment said Nate Moore would be better off camera, so we're trying it this week.
Got a face for radio.
Right. And they were like, we've seen enough of the scowl, and now we won't know. We're just going to assume he's smiling at everything that's going on. Let's start with last week's game. Sam, how did it go? How did you feel the Tigers did against Westerville South?
I think, speaking from the O-line perspective, I think we did a really great job. You know, they played hard, and they didn't quit till the final whistle. So I think we did a great job up front.
What about you personally? Did you have a play that you just loved, that you not that you loved it, but you were proud of?
Not really. Not that I can just pick out one.
Because he was so good.
Yeah.
He was so good.
Well, I thought it might be a weird thing because for the O-line, maybe you don't have that moment. What about you, Lieb?
I thought we played really well. There's nothing much than beating a team by 40 points as your last time playing in Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. So that was it was a little emotional and stuff, but it was just fun to kick some butt with the people I've been with since freshman year, and yeah.
So he's a senior. So what was it like, your last time leading? Because if you don't know, or if you haven't watched the Village Idiots, when they score a touchdown, then they're on the other end. They all run down to one end, and then they all run back. I mean, so it was your last time. So what was? I mean, that was.
It was fun.
There's a lot of running.
Yeah, it was a lot of running back and forth. I mean, I am gonna miss it like being at home, but I mean, it's not gonna be the same away. But we'll make it work.
Will you still bring the confetti guns?
No, it's away. I don't want to make anyone mad.
He's respectful, Village Idiot.
Well, there we go. That's perfect. What was the senior class's record at Paul Brown? Do you know? Like, you went undefeated this year, but do you know?
Oh, overall, like as a sophomore, junior, as a varsity.
As a starter for you.
We lost 3 games
Bowler
sophomore
and
year,
Pickard and Central.
and then Green, and then junior year was
Green, you didn't lose at Paul Brown.
oh
Muller, Pick,
yeah.
I
Edge.
think you might have just lost 2 games.
Sophomore year.
And sophomore year.
That's what it was.
3.
I mean, that's a heck of a record. How do you? I mean, that's a really impressive, isn't it, Nate? This senior
Very
class's record.
Yeah, very impressive. Really, really proud of these guys.
So I just saw that some kids got all county honors. What is that? Who picks that, and who won, if you can remember?
Well, it's a it's an all county team sponsored by 1480 WTMZ. I mean WHBC. It's picked by all the coaches in Stark County. So you have, all the way from Alliance to Tuslaw and everything in between, all coaches choosing who the best players in the county are. Doesn't matter if they've seen them play or not.
Right.
Everybody brings their guys to the table, and then all the coaches vote, and we end up with what is supposed to be the best players in Stark County.
Right, from a very limited point of view, but also excited that any player in Massillon gets singled out for anything in Stark County.
If you make the all-county team and you played at Massillon, that's quite an accomplishment.
Right.
Quite an accomplishment.
Definitely. I mean, it's rare and very exciting for them. So I just wanted to mention that because it isn't, any honor is an honor. So tell me about the Village Idiots and, where did this come from? Like, I don't remember when they came around.
So I think they came around in 99 when they first became a group. They weren't so I'm pretty sure they never really painted up for the first couple of years. Then it kind of evolved into this. And then now we also have a vehicle. We got a bus. They never used to have a bus.
They have a
until,
bus.
I want to say 15 years ago.
You guys drive it around.
Yeah, so it's starting to evolve, for times changing too. But it's pretty interesting.
I want to say, okay, so this is our 9th season here, and I'm not just saying that because these guys are here, but this year I got to experience I haven't always been at the middle school pep rally and all the different pep rally, but the Village Idiots were at different pep rallies and they performed, and it was amazing. They put a lot of work into spirit when it comes to Massillon, and this I will say this has been my favorite group.
So when people think that it's easy to be an idiot, they're wrong.
They're wrong.
Yeah,
there's a lot of work that goes into being an idiot.
There's a lot. So they change themes every week, and if you don't follow them on Twitter, you should, because literally every Friday morning when I wake up, I'm looking to see what they dress like and what picture they took, because I usually laugh my butt off. But so how do you guys decide what theme is going to be each week? Because it's pretty phenomenal.
I mean, I kind of look at past themes, but this year, I kind of wanted to change it up and kind of do different themes that we've never done before.
What were some of the new themes that you did?
We did Scooby Doo one week. We're gonna do a different one next week.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just set it at that. And then I don't know. We kind of just went. I just wanted to be more improved than last year. I was on it last year. I wasn't that well.
Brady, you're going to be in charge next year?
Yeah, next year I'll take over his role.
Yeah.
New group of idiots.
Do you pass the bus on to the next person in charge?
There's kind of a whole thing with that too.
Who bought the first bus?
Well, this is the bus they bought back in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm surprised it's still lasting. It only goes 35. So.
It's going to take them a while to get over to North Canton.
Yeah, it's going to be 35-minute drive to get over there.
Well, I want to pitch for next year, Brady. There is a thing called Section 14. And the Village Idiots, they don't ever come over for Section 14. We're there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hey, Scott, maybe if there's a Tiger fan out there that is an auto repair guy, maybe somebody wants to give these guys' vehicle a little tune-up for them, make sure they can get out to North Canton.
I like this. And I feel like there is someone who always comments on our thing that does have an auto thing. So let's sponsor the Village Idiots. That's a great idea. Let's get that bus tuned up Add some padding in there because I don't trust either of them to drive that bus.
I'm sure that they could get some advertising on the back of the bus for their business as well.
Yeah, I mean, like these
Bumper
guys,
stickers.
these guys take pictures religiously every Friday, and I just want to say they've gotten. They do such a great job of leading the student section, and when the student section is loud, don't you guys feel like you play? Like it plays into being on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very exciting. I've enjoyed watching them this year. I loved their dance that they did for the Madison McKinley week. I just felt like it got everybody pumped up. And yes, they should. If you want to sponsor the Village Idiots, you should, because they take pictures every week, and you could be on the side of their bus because it would be advertised. And Coach, I mean, I retweeted. I don't know if Coach Moore does, but I do because I laugh every week.
So to the players, what do the Village Idiots do for you? What does it mean to have that school spirit behind you?
I'd say what they do for us is just they just bring a lot of energy when and a lot of enthusiasm. And when you're making those big plays, or when you start to get things rolling, and you kind of peek over into the stands and you feel all the energy and the vibe, you just feel like the Village Idiots were kind of the ones to kick it off and start that high energy.
Yeah, same with me. I feel like they give great energy, and then also a little bit of comic relief seeing them throughout the school day. They just had a bad first mod, and you see them running around in the hallway just a Scooby Doo or something. It's pretty funny.
I know. And one year they were like copying Coach Moore at a game, and it was because he was like yelling at the refs, so they were like, "Yeah, Tom, yeah, Tom." It was so funny, and then they had to cut it. But it was like they do get involved, but it is fun. Did you guys paint your bodies last year when we played Lake? Do you remember how cool it was?
That was terrible. I told myself going into that game, I was like, I'm gonna try to last until halftime, which I made it. But
Did you?
other people, I had to tell them to go to the bathroom because they started to get like shown signs of hypothermia.
So I don't know, because you were there, but we made that video last year. That may be one of the coolest games. Like there was ice on the field, this wind blowing through, the lights. Could you even see the field in some spots?
The lighting at that.
The lighting was so bad. Well, we could hear the Village Idiots, and they didn't have their shirts on, and their bodies were painted. Might be a little bit better this year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it'll get cold eventually, but that was going to be my question. Like I love to go to a game when it's cold, when it's rainy, all the elements, but I prepare. Like I wear a shirt just to start off with. I mean, have you considered shirt and pants at a game?
It's not an option. Maybe a blanket at halftime,
But also I've seen the players come out to warm up, and they also don't wear shirts at those cold games. So can someone explain that to me? What's that about?
We're not as cold as you guys standing there. We're moving around, we're hot, and we want to show off what Coach Stu brought upon us and stuff. We're just flexing our hard work.
Yeah. I have a full snowsuit, man, and I am happy to be in it.
And I bought one this year, so I can match you.
I know. I'm so excited when we get late in the playoffs and we can both show up in our snowsuits. And these idiots are going to be with no shirts on, and that's not a put down. They're actually idiots.
That's how you know. That's how you know they're the VIs, the Village Idiots, because they'll have no shirts.
Just gotta mentally prepare.
And you drink a lot of hot chocolate, or what?
Yeah, a lot of bathroom. The bathroom a lot warming up. The air.
Yeah. Also,
in between quarters, because I'm telling you, they still run in the playoffs. They'll run back and forth, so better be prepared.
I try to avoid getting warm though, because then when I get back out, I'm all cold again. So I'd rather just stay cold.
So does the Village Idiots always work like this? Like Leaves was a team captain last year. He's a junior. Like, do you have like a captain, like co-captain coming up? Is that how you?
Pretty much, yeah. It's kind of how it's been. I mean, that's how I see it. So like Brady's kind of my co-captain.
Then I'll have a junior. And it'll just
Do you know who it's going to be, or do you wait and see?
I don't know yet.
Yeah. And it's all boys, right?
Yeah.
You have to be a boy. This is an elite club to be. Obviously, girls aren't
I don't
idiots.
think girls are supposed to
They shouldn't be idiots.
take
right?
their shirts and
Yeah.
shirts off. I think they got to keep those on.
Cross?
We let her paint up McKinley games, so.
I'm just saying. It's
So
an
how do you
elite
become an idiot? Which is a question I never thought I would have to ask.
You're kind of just chosen. I mean, I was always just loud in the student section. So I was approached 2 years ago, like saying, "Would you like to be the junior VI?" I was like, "Sure." You know, I've always seen them out there. Kind of wanted to do it. I mean, I wasn't playing football, so why not be in charge of the student section?
baseball player.
Yeah.
Big baseball player.
What about you, Brady? How did you get chosen to be an idiot?
Hunter just asked me, and nothing better to do.
Keeping it in the family.
Looks fun, yeah.
Does anyone say no?
Not really. Not that I've asked. Anyone said no.
So you're a great leader.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be part of it. They have been really fun this year. If you haven't, again, go back on Twitter and look at what they've posted every Friday. I can't imagine being a student and seeing them walk in to school. Because it's been, did you do Oompa Loompas too?
That was last year.
Okay, that was, that was funny too.
Yeah.
Mhm. I think it's cool and it adds something. And it's weird that it was 1999 because I was going to say the first time I remember finding out about them was in the Go Tigers movie, and that is 1999. So it's weird that that was the first time. Maybe that's why they stuck around.
I don't know. It's a good question.
You need a new movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? All right, let's move on to Lake. Let's get a preview of Lake. We do know we're going to go up against the Federal League Player of the Year on a running back, so that's certainly something exciting. Sam, tell us about Lake.
They got decent size up front on the defensive line. Play with a lot of effort. They're physical, and I think we just need to send a message to All-Star County for the disrespect that we always get during the all-county votings. So I think we're going to have a lot of energy this week. Try and run up that score.
Yeah, because no offensive skill players for all county. Good for you.
Defense, tell us about Lake.
Their defense isn't bad. They got I'd say they're better up front in their front seven than they are in their DBs and skill. They're just aggressive, physical-ish, and so I feel like their defense is, I feel like it's not going to be able to withstand our offense very much, but I don't know. We'll see.
Does the defense, so what have you held yard-wise teams to this year? Like running?
I think there's only been two teams with 100 rushing yards.
Yeah.
2 teams.
Do you have a goal that you're like?
Yeah, well, Lake. Well, we're coming a little. I mean, it'd be really cool to have negative rushing yards if they got negative rushing yards, but we're probably shooting for. I think the backers were saying something like under 20 yards.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a goal going
which would
in.
Be.
I mean, our defense is amazing. I like to hear they have goals because sometimes defense doesn't get enough credit. Those O-line, the offense gets, because they get the points. But you guys had 2 defensive touchdowns this past week.
Yeah.
So our defense is fast. They're good. It's fun to watch.
Let's talk about your son scoring his first points. Right?
Yeah, I wasn't there. I don't know.
What did you think, Nate? Your son scored points as an Austin Tiger.
I mean, I was happy for him. I'm proud of him. So
why did you go for 2?
Because we just didn't want to put our extra point team on the field, and when you get in that situation and substitutions, and it could just be madness. So we just kept our offense on.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I liked seeing Eli score. It was kind of fun.
We didn't go for 2 because we wanted to go for 2 necessarily. We just didn't want to. We didn't want to put our extra point team back on the field.
Right. I kind of figured that was going to be the answer, but I figured it was a good thing to get out there. But I always love in a game like that the backups get to play and get that experience, and especially when they get to score because it's exciting for them.
Yeah.
So, Coach, what can you tell us about the late game? What should we look for? What do we have for us Friday night?
I mean, we're looking forward to playing a really good opponent and Federal League Player of the Year and whatnot. And Lake's a physical team, well coached, have a lot of size. So looking forward to it.
I think their coaches is really funny. Actually, one of the I have to tell. I think this story is funny. So he was talking about when he played us last year at the Stark County Meet the Coaches Night in August, and he said his senior moms kept calling him, and his wife was like, "You got to answer the phone." So he finally answered the phone, and the senior moms were like, "Hey, do you know that Coach Nate Moore?" He's like, "Yeah, played him yesterday. We lost." And he said, "Well, you know how he has that orange jacket? You know, we'd love to get you like a bright blue jacket like that." And he was like, "I'm going to have to decline because I'm not 6'5", 300 pounds, looking intimidating in a bright blue jacket." So it was kind of funny that he paid a little bit of tribute respect to Nate's orange jacket. So he was very, very nice and humble after the fact. But it was interesting that Nate's jacket is getting noticed by not Tiger moms, what the Blue Streak moms. I don't know if they have that, but you know, Nate's jacket is kind of the talk of, well, should other coaches have a
Nate, did you get that jacket for beating McKinley the first time, or was there a different game that you won?
No, that's correct. After the first McKinley victory, I got that at the next banquet for the Booster Club.
Right. Because I remember that Tom Stacy got one the year we beat Ignatius for the first time. And then, so I wasn't sure, but I think it's kind of a cool tradition for the Mouseland coach, and I love how you wear it everywhere. So, all right, well, thank you guys for joining because I get lonely being the only idiot on this show, so I appreciate you guys coming through. I was going to join your group until I realized I had to go to the game cold. I'm not for the cold. I prepare. So I just want to say real quick, if you're a business out there, support the Village Idiots. Let's as a community, let's get that bus taken care of and keep it up to safety.
All right, until next time, TIG.
ERS.